In this video, we'll be covering Pioneer's newest addition to their large screen head units. This is the DMH-WT6000NEX with a 10.1-inch capacitive touchscreen. You get lots of great features like wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, along with all the bells and whistles with the NEX software. So stay with us as we demo, unbox, and rate this brand new head unit. Hey, what's up? Josh here from Breakers Stereo and Performance. Welcome to our channel that reviews all the best in car audio, performance, suspension, and more, because we don't drive stock. And if you're like us, where stock just doesn't cut it, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Now, there's talk that this Pioneer DMH-WT6000NEX might be replacing the DMH-WT8600NEX, which has been on the market for about 4 years. Now, while the 6000NEX has a much lower price point at an MSRP price of $899 compared to the 8600NEX, which is at $1399, it does lack a couple features found on the 8600NEX. Now, we'll break those down shortly. First, the model number might be confusing. This is a 6000 series, while the 86 was a part of a higher end lineup. This could mean Pioneer might release even more advanced head units in the future, but they haven't confirmed anything yet. For now, the 8600NEX has been discontinued, and the NEX is the only 10.1-inch screen head unit Pioneer offers. Now, here are the two differences between the 6000NEX and the 8600NEX. As far as the USB charging port, the 6000NEX only has a 1.5 amp, while the 8600 features a faster 3 amp port. Now, the high-res audio playback on the 6000NEX does not support DSD files, but does handle 192 kilohertz wave and FLAC files. Now, in contrast, the 8600NEX supports all three formats, including DSD files. Now, why does DSD matter? Now, DSD files are known for their warmer sound with smoother mids and highs, also along with a richer bass compared to wave or FLAC files. However, outside of those two differences and a slightly different look to the physical display, the two head units are very similar in features and performance. This radio comes with a 10.1-inch floating capacitive HD touchscreen display, making it one of the most visually impressive units you can add into your dash. And don't worry about compatibility. This fits perfectly into a single DIN opening, giving you a maximum screen size with minimum installation hassle. Now, even though it doesn't play CDs or DVDs, it does support a wide range of modern media formats, including, like we mentioned, MP3, WMA, AAC, and high-res audio, like FLAC and WAVE. Of course, it has Bluetooth, so you can stream your favorite music or take a hands-free call with ease. Now, this unit has a built-in HD tuner for crystal clear AM/FM listening for those that still listen to radio. It's fully compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, both wired and wireless, so you can use your favorite music apps, navigation, and messaging apps. It even works with Amazon Alexa through the Pioneer app, letting you control music, navigation, and more with your voice. If you're a fan of Pandora or Spotify, you can control them directly through Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or Alexa. Let's talk about expandability. It's compatible with Sirius XM satellite radio tuner, which is sold separately, and you've got plenty of inputs and outputs, including a rear USB input, a rear AV input, and 2 camera inputs, perfect for backup and front cameras. Plus, the 6-channel preamps give you all the connectivity you need for a quality sound system with 4-volt outputs for the front, rear, and the sub. Now, here's where the DMH-WT6000NEX really shines for integration. It works with the iDataLink Maestro module, allowing you to retain factory features and even displaying engine performance data and other vehicle information right on the screen. Now, that module is sold separately. It also supports factory steering wheel controls with an adapter or the iDataLink Maestro piece, so you don't lose any functionality when you're upgrading your head unit. And just like with any floating panel head unit, you want to make sure that it will fit in your dash for clearance. Now, the dimensions on the monitor are 10.25 by 6.5 inches. So measure it out to make sure there is no interference. Now this head unit isn't just about the screen. It's got a built-in amplifier delivering 15 watts RMS times 4 or 50 watts times 4 peak. So even if you're running factory speakers, you will hear a big difference. Now it does come with all the processing that the Pioneer NEX software provides, along with a 14-band equalizer, digital time alignment, and digital crossovers. Okay, that will do it for the features. Let's unbox. Okay, so you have your RCA pre-outs, also your camera front and rear inputs, your main harness, GPS antenna, so when you're using the navigation apps, it's more accurate. These are going to be the mounting brackets for the screen onto the actual body. You do get a Bluetooth mic, USB extension, and then this bag right here is super important. It's got all your hardware that you're going to need to install this radio. Save the screen for last. Let's take a look at the body of this. This is our body. As mentioned, it's a single DIN chassis versus a double DIN chassis, which is definitely a lot easier to install. All right, so on the back, you have all your plugins here. This is the face of it. And then you have two plugs that are going to go into the screen. Now that's new. Normally there's only one. All right, so this is the actual screen itself. All right, so very similar to the 8600 NEX. I can say that I believe, if memory serves me correct, the bezel around the screen is larger than the 8600, okay? You do have the Amazon Alexa bar on the top. Looks like you've got volume up and down on the top, which actually I like. That's pretty cool. And then you do have a mute button here on the top. So that's going to cover the unboxing. I'm going to go ahead and put this thing together. I'm going to fire it up and we'll give you guys a quick demo. All right, so this is our main menu. As you see, we have all our sources here, and then you can swipe this way, and then you got a few more. Okay, so let's kind of go over this real quick. You have connection, that's going to be for your phone, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, web link, so you can download web link that will allow you to play YouTube videos onto the face of this screen. You have the built-in HD AM FM, Bluetooth audio, USB, Sirius XM again. The tuner sold separately. You have an aux, and then you have your car sources. Right now that's blacked out, so I'm not 100% sure what that's for. Next, car features. Now the car features, that's going to be Identity Maestro. You have your camera view that you can just get to by tapping that. Your phone, your settings, the dimmer, okay, display off, source off, and then the power off. Okay, so let's go through the settings. All right, so before we go into the settings, let's take just a quick look at this. I am noticing that that bezel is quite big around there. The 8600 definitely is more, but the bezel is much thinner. Okay, that's one thing I did love about the 8600 and also the 7600 is you had that nice thin bezel around the screen, making it pretty slick. Okay, so I don't know why you got a little bit thicker bezel around this one. Okay, so let's go into the settings. All right, firmware update here. Let's go into the tools. You got your volume settings, the luminous bar setting. All right, you have the guidance on and on, music sync, ambient light. Okay, so it looks like this will blink with the music, so that's, I guess, kind of cool. And then if you don't like it, then you can just altogether turn it off. Okay, I'll leave it on. All right, let's go back. You have your AV source settings. Okay, your inputs and output settings, camera settings, parking security mode. Luminous bar will periodically blink when parked. Ah, okay, that's cool. Like an LED. Okay, nice. Video signal settings. Okay, and then we have companion key app settings. That's for the PX Link. And when you turn on this radio, it'll give you a QR code. You can go download the PX Link. It's going to give you the ability to control the radio from the phone. And you can also do the software updates from that as well. Okay, there's your demo. Turn on or off. Steering wheel controls. Restore, dimmers, clock, picture adjustments. Okay, that's cool. And then you have, all right, some OEM settings and volume settings. Okay, let's go to the background. All right, here you have background. You have light mode or dark mode, and then there's some settings here. Appearance, dimmer, light, dark. Switch that to dark. Let's go to splash screen. Now here you can import. Okay, so that's that. Let's go into the settings for the audio, but we believe we got to turn on a source. So let's start with that. Settings here. All right, you have your balance and your fader. Loudness on or off. Auto sound levelizer. So low, mid, mid high. And then high, just like anything, you're gonna want to go ahead and mess with this, see what you like, what you don't like. I believe the less, the better, especially if you're running amplifiers. So I never turn on the loudness in any of those levelizer things or boosters. I normally leave flat in most cases. If not, maybe 1 or 2, but never on the highest mode. Okay, sound retriever, speaker level. So each speaker, you're able to control the dB. I believe it's only down and not up. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. So you can go up and down. So that's kind of cool. I believe it was only negative before. That may have just been the Kenwood JVC. Anyway, listening position. Okay, so we can switch to be driver focused, passenger focused, or all. Okay, then you also have time alignment as well. So you can manually adjust that if you like. Here's your EQ. There's preset EQs here. And if you want, you can go to flat. And I think once you go to flat, you can adjust it here. Okay, so this is pretty responsive, so that's nice. It's 14 band graphic EQ there. Bass boost, probably 1 to 3, 1 to 4, actually 1 to 6. Okay, again, don't go crazy on that. 1 or 2 at the very, very most, or just leave it off. Mute level, attenuation, subwoofer settings. Here you have your crossover. So you can set your crossover. So that's crossover. And then to adjust it, you're going to move this. That will change the actual frequency. Okay, so 80, 25, 40, let's just say leave it at 80. And then you also have the slope. So the slope, you can go as steep as 36, negative 36, or negative 6 is the lowest, and then some in between. You also have phasing, 180 or 0. Okay, next, save settings. All right, I won't do that. Load settings, I won't do that. All right, that'll do it. Let's take a look at Apple CarPlay right now. My phone is hooked up, so let's go ahead and connect to it. All right, that's wireless Apple CarPlay. Nice look. Very responsive. Okay, you got your music here. All right, so all your nice apps. Amazon Music, there's Audible, of course, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube Music. Messaging, you got WeChat, WhatsApp, Telegram, and then also, of course, your standard text messaging. Okay, altogether, pretty nice radio. I do like it. Okay, that will do it for the demo. Okay, here's what I like and here's what I don't like. Okay, I do love the price, $899. I think that's a great deal for a 10.1-inch screen from Pioneer with all the bells and whistles, including wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and of course the NEX software. Here's what I don't like about it. I really don't like the bezel. I think they dropped the ball on this one. These 8600 and the 7600 did not have that thick of a bezel. Hopefully, Pioneer will be coming out with some higher end ones where the bezel will be reduced. But beyond that, I really like the radio. So because of the bezel, I'm not going to give it a 5. I'm going to give it a 4.5 star. Still pretty good. Okay, so if you like this radio, we'll leave a link in the description below. That'll take you directly to the product page. Remember, we have financing available. Simply add to cart, pick a financing option, get approved, and we'll send your radio out to you ASAP. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to this channel. Again, my name is Josh. I'm with Burger Stereo and Performance. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.